What is up, everybody? We got the second game of the Phillies-Mariners series tonight. Phillies, their bats broke out in a big way yesterday, putting up double-digit runs against the Mariners. Unfortunately, even with all those runs, we could not get any of our home run predictions to come through. Bryce was not on my radar yesterday. Obviously, he hit two. None of the other two batters on the Mariners were in my consideration either. We had Kyle Schwarber, Cal Raleigh, and Julio Rodriguez. Again, went 0 for 3 on those, which will happen when you're taking home runs. As for today, Cristopher Sanchez on the mound for the Phillies going off against Bryce Miller for the Mariners. Miller coming off of the IL, making his first start in a couple months. Remains to be seen what we're going to get from him. Obviously, Cristopher Sanchez is awesome. And Bryce Miller, even though he struggled before he got hurt, didn't really give up a ton of home runs. So I wouldn't be surprised to see the Phillies score a bunch of runs, but maybe not have a ton of home runs tonight. So with that thought in mind, I didn't love the home run slate for this game. So I'm actually just going to have one play, and it's going to be in the pitching market. We're going to get into that, but before we do, make sure to go to BetMGM and sign up using the promo code CROSSING to sign up to get in on the action. Would also appreciate it if you could like the video, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff as we attempt to grow this Philly-specific YouTube channel. As for today, let's roll with Cristopher Sanchez. 7+ strikeouts, plus 105 odds at BetMGM. I love getting this for plus money on Cristopher Sanchez. Now, I have been burned recently by his strikeout prop. He's actually missed this in 3 straight starts by exactly 1 strikeout. He's gone he's gone exactly 6 strikeouts for 3 straight starts. That's what I'm trying to say here. Obviously, that's under this number, but it shows that he's getting close. And prior to that, he had actually gone over 6.5 strikeouts in 3 of 5 starts. So that's kind of just like the nature of the business for how pitchers go. They're going to have stretches where they can't quite get over the hump and stuff like that. But I do think after coming close for 3 straight starts, we're going to get Sanchez to get to that 7 number tonight. The biggest thing here is the matchup against the Mariners. The Mariners strike out a ton against left-handed pitching. You look at them on the entire year, they have a strikeout rate of 25.2% against lefties. That's a brutal number. I mean, anything 25% and above for a team is really, really bad. When you think about it, like a batter strikeout rate is considered bad at 25% and above. That's their team strikeout rate. That's the 4th highest in the entire MLB. And that number has held true for most of the year. Like if you go month by month, they mostly hover around the 25% strikeout rate. But you look at recently, that number's actually spiked up to 27.9% since August 1st. So 18 days into August, they have a strikeout rate of almost 28% against left-handed pitching. That is very, very, very bad. And you look into their lineup, and you can easily understand where the strikeouts are coming from. You look at them, 6 of the projected 9 batters in the Mariners lineup tonight, which is a very nice number. 6 of them have a strikeout rate of 24% or higher. Remember, I mentioned that anything for a batter, you want that number to be 25% and above. Well, 5 of the 6 are at 26% or higher, and then they have 1 of them at 24.1%. That's 5 batters with a horrid strikeout rate, and then another one with a below average strikeout rate. But you look at them over the last 30 days specifically, they have an absurd 4 batters that strike out 35% or higher against left-handed pitching. That is a crazy number, 35% or higher. I mean, Sanchez might get 7 of those guys alone to strike out, depending on how many pitches that he ends up going. And what I love about Sanchez, if you look at him on the entire year, he's got basically an equal strikeout rate against righties and against lefties. So it's not one of those things where, oh, he really only strikes out lefties or whatever. His strikeout rate against left-handed hitters is about 24.8%. Against righties, it's 25.9%. So yeah, it is slightly higher against right-handed hitters, but it's about equal. And the number, his number being slightly higher against righties, that actually is not bad because he's going to see 7 of the 9 batters are going to be batting from the right side, including all 6. So I mentioned 6 batters on the Mariners have a strikeout rate 24% or higher against lefties. All 6 of them bat from the right side. So it's kind of equal, but again, a little bit of a higher strikeout rate against right-handed hitters. That's going to help. And then you look at Cristopher Sanchez. He's not going to remind anybody of prime Randy Johnson. He's not going to remind anybody of Zach Wheeler before he got hurt in terms of strikeout rate. Wheeler led the MLB in strikeout rate, but he is a respectable strikeout pitcher. You look at his numbers, top 20 in terms of strikeout rate, top 20 in terms of K per 9. His strikeout rate at 25.8%. that's decent. You know, it's a top 20 number. Most, you look at like the heavy strikeout guys, their strikeout rate is going to be 27% or higher. And again, his at 25.8% is respectable. With his K per nine, basically strikeout per 9 innings of 9.38, which is a little bit over 1 strikeout per inning. And then you look at the Mariners' bats, they do have a decent number of hitters that can hit lefties hard, but they are struggling as a team against lefties this month. They have a below average WRC plus against left-handed pitching in the month of August. So they're striking out more. They're not hitting as well. It would not be a surprise at all to see Sanchez pitch into the 7th inning, go 7 strong in this one, average 1 strikeout per inning, cashes this out for us. And that's all we got. I appreciate everybody for watching. Make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe, go to BetMGM, use the promo code CROSSING to get started. Make sure to bet responsibly, and have a good one. Must be 21 or older in participating states. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. See terms and conditions in the description of the video.